And I tell people all the time, I said, the reason why we call it another chance, because somebody said, I thought it was second chance. I said, no, baby, because if all we got was 2 chances, I wouldn't have made it. I said, I always needed another chance. And so in order to make sure that we're fair to everybody, we say another chance. And I think you saw on the front, it says, for the needy, not the greedy.
That's right.
Take what you need, but need what you take. And that is it. It is totally on the honor system where you are right now. People would walk in and they would, if they're new, they would fill out a basic form. If they've been here a while, they would just sign their names. Then they would begin to shop. First time shoppers are asked to bring their own bag. And so they bring their bags, and that's not right now. They bring their own bags, and then they do whatever it is that they need to do. Down here is the women. Margaret most often would be sitting in that. So that there is for sheets, towels, blankets, plus that over there would be for the bedding.
Is there a limit that they can get?
No. Where you see a limit, it would be the jewelry says 3 pieces. 3 pieces. And we came up with that number because it's got a pair of earrings, a bracelet, and a necklace. You would have 3 pairs, so you'd have a set. And for the dishes, we say 3 sets, which means you could get that plate set, which would include the bowls and cups and everything else. The second set in here, you got more people bringing food. So the food pantry is made available to anybody in need, and we don't lock it up, okay? Because people need to eat past 2 o'clock when I close. We're here from 10 to 2, but people want to eat past 2 o'clock. And so maybe all they need is just a can of corn or something to kind of stretch the meal or whatever. But Norma, I think yours is over in that.
Okay, this one?
Because we just changed it. We cleaned it up a little bit while you were gone. And so we were putting stuff in there. Okay? And so Norma's coming. Another donor of ours is coming. Come on. And they're just going to, it's going to be in this one and in that. Both of those in food pantries.
I got the boxes.
During the holidays and the shutdown, we were absolutely, Pastor, I need you to hear this. We were at 0. We had no food. So we're looking to partner up with you now, so that we can have during the
for you today.
Oh, great! During the
today.
I like how you talk.
I'll be there. We ain't gonna wait till tomorrow.
Okay.
I know exactly.
No, I'll be bringing some more later.
Okay, baby.
Because the church that I used to go to, he brought me a lot of stuff during this virus, and I've been bringing it down like so much at a time.
I appreciate it.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Have a blessed day.
All right, you too. Thank you.
And I had put out a little call saying, hey, we're very low at the food pantry. And so they just start to come, and I put out the call somewhere around 11 today, and already they're responding. So I am very, very happy about that. So we use both of these. And I know.
We're going to really respond.
We have some great.
Let me explain to you. This is
Yeah? How's things going down there? Did you? Oh, we got a big old family all of us. Everybody does their thing and everybody helps out.
How you doing?
How are you doing, baby?
too. Right.
She kind of like me. She wants to hide.
Yeah, too
See what else we got.
Okay, but right now, you can tell us a little bit about yourself. Some of the things that you do here, right now.
Oh,
and,
Lord.
You know,
Well, furniture, we help with jobs, helping house people. I've bought many, many, many houses because people don't have no place to go. If you're on a fixed income and your income is $750 a month and rent's $900 to $1,200, where do you go? So that's why I buy houses. Been very blessed. We've been very
Right?
blessed.
Yes, yes.
Right, as
How
a
about the
team.
neighborhood and feeding them? How long you been feeding them? How long you been in the area?
14 years I've been blessed here.
14 years.
I'm a country girl. I'm not from here. Everybody said, you'll never make it. I said, God's got me. I'll be all right. You know.
Right.
So, whatever I help buy with cars, sometimes I go work on cars. If somebody's car's down and mama's got to get to work.
What about those mothers, abused mothers and sex trafficking in the Slavic village area? What's your involvement with that?
I'm not supposed to put my hands on folks.
Okay.
He's always telling me, don't put your hands on folks, but sometimes I ask God's forgiveness because I will snatch somebody up. When it comes to my kids and my moms,
Yes.
don't mistreat our people. Okay, even the police know. Miss D, did you hurt him real bad? Well, no, not really, but you know. Sometimes they try to disrespect you. I think it's because I'm a woman and maybe this community. I don't know what it is. They want to take your kindness for weakness. And we're not having that. We're doing God's work. And so you got to take us somewhere else.
So is this your first facility right here?
Oh, no.
How many facilities you have?
I've had 3. I started out by the Boys and Girls Club. Then I got a place up where I met this man here, up at the Bud Brady.
Yes.
And
2016.
then, and just as I was praying, and I said, because the building was bad, I said, God, you know, I don't mind putting money in the building if it's mine. But my landlord wouldn't help me. And I said, I'm going to ask you and put it in your hands. You tell me what I should do. And then somebody called me this building for sale the next day. Boy, he's quick.
That's right.
Speed dial.
Yes.
Right? Hey, baby. He's
So
back.
how do you feel in your heart right now on giving?
Yeah, money can't buy that. Money can't buy those kind of blessings. If people, one thing I would like for the people in Cleveland to know is to help each other,
That's right.
not be about self all the time.
That's right.
Because we got to help each other. That's why we're here.
Okay, well, tell us about the food program that you gave the Rich Brothers last May
This fool
2019.
here, I kept telling him, I said, there's a way to do it. He said, if you can figure it out, I said, so if I get it together and I hand it to you, because my hands are full right now doing everything. I now have 10 houses, you know, that are full of people. So I try to click and take to them. I said, so if I get it together, you'll take it after that, because I've got so much else going on. He said, I promise you. So I called him one day and I said, we got it.
Tell them the places you gave me.
I've Outback. Where's some of the other ones?
Longhorn.
Longhorn.
Bob
The
Evans.
Fish. Bob Evans.
Bonefish.
Bonefish. I mean, and you know what? Now that you brought that up, some other people have been calling me about picking us stuff. So I'll probably have another list for you.
Okay.
So people just call. I did figure out I don't get donations. So I work and make everything happen. And I like it that way. I'm a country girl. But, you know, as we're struggling, trying to get beds to folks and doing that, and I don't get grant money. I just work. I'm a farm girl. I work. You know. And so I figured as used furniture start going sky high, that if I reach out to some manufacturers, some auction houses, I can buy brand new furniture for what we've been paying for used. And we got our first truckload in. We got 75 living room sets in. Brand new. They lasted a week and a half, and then the corona thing hit. Our freight went from 600 to 2,000. That's a big jump. Be careful, this is all right. She was looking for a couple mattresses, and she's got 5 kids. And I said, she said, I don't have a stove and refrigerator. You got 5 babies and no refrigerator? And it's getting hot out? So I'm writing it up. And she said, what's the charge? I said, where you live? She told me on Ottawa. No charge. We're bringing it.
Gave it to her.
Yeah, you got 5 babies to cook for. And I'm going to go fill the refrigerator up.
You want to fill a refrigerator?
I'm going shopping. You know when I go shopping, it's all bad.
Shopping. Oh, yes.
Look at that.
Yes.
You know when I go shopping, it's all bad. I'm going to fill the refrigerator up because she's got, and she's working, she's trying.
Yes, well.
We all hit hard times.
Yes.
How can you afford that? If you got a big family, you can't. So I called some of my Amish friends. They can't afford, even though it's high in the stores, our farmers are not getting the money. So I called them up. I said, listen, you know, they said, Miss D, we already know. What do you need? I'll give you a market price so you don't have to haul it to the market. That saves them on gas and stuff. You kill it, skin it, get it ready, quarter it up. I'm going to bring it home. We're going to have a butchering party. Everybody leaves with a freezer full.
Amen. Amen.
Make all of our own sausage. Get us some pork and $6.99 for sausage. It actually costs 29 cents if you make your own. That's a big difference.
Yes.
I got a laundry detergent company. I made a deal with them. It's kind of like cutting out the middleman.
Right, that's all they're doing.
Yeah, we get a 5-gallon bucket of Tide
Right.
for $40. If you bought it, it would be $150. That's a big savings for us. Anybody really, if you got kids, how do you afford that?
Right.
Big thing for me right now is washer and dryers.
Right.
Because laundromats have gotten so high. So how, if you've got kids, do you afford a laundromat? So now we're gonna get washers and dryers.
Yeah.
You know, anything we can do to help people not struggle from paycheck to paycheck. It shouldn't be that way. If we all help each other, it won't be that way.
Miss D, in this community, all the work and the help that you do any other citizen come give you congratulations?
A
Come
lot,
help you?
the people in the community come. When I got here at 5 o'clock in the morning, I was pretty upset. And I was praying. And I said, is this God? Is it meant for me? And people just started shoving us, D, please don't shut down. We don't have nobody else to help us. Let me get the chills. I'm not gonna cry. But that's what keeps me going. Do I go to, I'm not gonna name people because I'm not supposed to do that, but no. Because if they're not making money, they're not gonna do it. And I will be honest, I'm gonna tell you how it is.
Okay, well, we know you to be an activist in the neighborhood, but you know that your 501c3 have you under what?
Church of Eternal Life.
Church of Eternal
I didn't
Life.
even get that. Some places I was helping a lot, they said, how can you continue to do stuff for free?
Yes.
Well, God's had me this far.
Yes.
You
She's
know,
in the Church of
and they
Eternal
went and got it for me. I don't use it except for if people's got vouchers, which is far and few right now, because they would have a voucher, and if they have 5 kids, they give them 2 beds. Where's the other 3 kids sleep? I don't know. If that voucher is $100, I'm filling the house up. That's $100 I wasn't getting before.
Amen.
That's gas
Amen.
money, everybody.
Amen.
I'm not telling you, you can only have 5 pieces of furniture. I'm filling the house up. Why am I going to keep coming back? I'm going to do it anyway.
Amen.
We're going to get it right the first time and move on to the next one. That's the way it has to be.
Amen.
No
Amen.
questions asked. Then what kind of paperwork do I got to fill out? I ain't got time for no paperwork. How many kids you got? What you going through? That's all I need to know. I don't need no paperwork. What's your address? That's what I need.
Well, we at the Rich Brothers, we love you, and we want to
I
thank
love you guys too. We've
for
been through
all
a
that
lot.
you have done since 2016. It is now 2020. And
Can you believe
We came a long
it?
way. We came.
This really is, as you read in Proverbs, you know, to get away the strife and disobedience of a child, physical discipline is really used to let them connect with themselves. We're not bringing any kids in here to be challenge each other, but to challenge themselves. You know, how to really get away the fears and the doubts and anxiety. You know, some kids are suicidal, some kids are depressed. You know, just working with these kids to allow them to see themselves as who they are and be comfortable within themselves. Let them know it's okay to be who they are in Christ. And it's like my kids' their father, my grandkids' father, you know, just find Jesus, you know, because I've been through that. You look at my jacket, it's like, you know, blew up. But they say, you know, same officers that arrested me got me out of trouble. They say, because you got a good heart. This is like 20 years ago. You know, they call me honest crook. I wouldn't steal from you, but you out here. But you justify, but God allows to forgive us of all our iniquity and allow us to be strong. And how can you be what you can't see? I've been there, so I can really relate to them. You know, it's like you say, you know, I didn't read the book. I ate the pages. So praise God.
So you were speaking to me with a program early this morning concerning the prison ministry.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Any words to say on it?
Yes, I mean, they just need it, just like, as it says, we come together, one body, many members.
Iron sharpens iron.
Amen.
As we continue to sharpen each other, as we go about our commission with the Lord, we're going to get sharper and sharper.
Iron
As we continue.
sharpen iron. That's a slogan on the Round One band.
Yes.
Iron sharpen iron.
Amen.
Amen.
How has coming here and learning to box, how has that changed you?
Well, before this, I wasn't really self-confident in my abilities. I was self-doubting myself a lot. But now since I'm here, I got a lot of self-confidence that I didn't have before. Tried new things and my life improved. My grades improved because I tried new things.
Okay. One of the things I know that you learn here is discipline. Discipline, obedience, discipline, self-control. What else do you think that you've learned apart from discipline, obedience? That's your sensei. I don't know what we call in when I'm training. That would be my sensei.
He's the boss man.
Yeah, my sensei. What have you? If you had to use one word to describe him, what would that one word be?
Kind. Mark's a very kind soul.
Okay, how long have you been training?
2 to 3 years.
Are you going to keep going and keep going with this?
I'm gonna keep going. I really like hanging out with Morris. He's a good friend of mine and my family's, and helped me a lot.
Amen. Great. Good for you.
Reverend Morris Eason, lifetime coach, working with kids, working with the ministry, doing outreach as far as wherever God leads me, in the inner city, outer city, up and outers, down and outers, kids from 4 years old to kids that are 80, working in nursing homes, prisons, hospitals, feeding the homeless. In 1974, I was in the military. I lied about my age at 13, 14 years old, and I was in the gym, and a couple guys were trying to bully me, and a guy took a swing, got lucky, and out of fear, I moved a little faster than he did and ended up knocking him down. And the guy seen how fast I was moving in boxing skill, he put me in the ring and put gloves on me. And when he put gloves on me, that's how I started boxing. I fought in Europe, Ushuaia, moved up in the rank as being one of the top 132 pounders there. Came home and started boxing here. I fought Ray Boom Boom Mancini as an amateur, beat him. As a fighter, upcoming welterweight, I got a lot of publicity, and what I got into were the wrong friends and got involved with drugs, and I was made to go to prison through a wrong association, and what that did is show me how blessed we are and show me God's grace in all that I've been through. He uses that to reach and touch others. I was looking at 30 years in prison, and once you get in those trials and those situations, you have two type of prayers. You don't want jailhouse religion, but you want to give your life to Christ and dedicate whatever I do to Him. I don't judge. I go in and helping them wherever they're at, because you never know what caused a person to get to where they're at. Abandonment, abuse. And I love to work with individuals, and I work with ages from 4 years old up and wherever they was at. Pour into their life, give them strength and courage. At 42 years old, I was out of the boxing for 15 years. Came back in, fought 3 years, got in the top 6 in the world. But what gets me up is knowing how blessed I am and going back in those places that I've been in abandoned buildings, waking up, and it gets me up to know how blessed I am to look out and see those less fortunate than I am, the homeless, reaching down into their lives, and just people that's been abandoned and been lost and broken, because I could so easily be there if it was not for God in my life.